Oh, we just come out here to give the new Yamaha a run and just found a heap of fish down on the sounder. Oh, I got a bite, Dan. I don't know what it is, Dan. I saw some fish on the sounder hanging above that patch of bait. It's a schoolie mackerel. Nice one too. Look at the size of that schoolie.
Big schoolie. Can you grab him?
He's a nice schoolie. 3.5 kilos. Only trouble with spinning for mackerel treble hooks that they often get.
Where's the net?
They're very common in Queensland. They migrate down the coast late winter. They're good at eating fish. If you bleed them and ice them straight away, they're really good on a barbecue. Nice schoolie mackerel.
This is the first 175 Yamaha. We've had a 150 and we've had a 200, but we really needed that 175 to fit these types of boats. Yeah, it's just a nice horsepower to fit a lot of boats in Australia.
So I noticed before we were idling along with the wind on our tail, you could hardly smell anything with this motor.
And you don't get any smoke, you don't see any smoke, you don't smell any smoke, and it's very noticeable in these cabin type boats where you do get that bit of a vortex drawing the air in from around the engine, and for me it makes it a lot more comfortable being out on the water.
Probably really good for guys that get a bit seasick too offshore, because not smelling those fumes is going to be a big advantage.
Bargy, these 4-stroke engines, particularly this 175, is so quiet. Noticing it on the boat here today. It's got the SDS prop, it's got a limited clunk when it goes into gear, and it just idles really nicely.
It's definitely a big advantage, that low noise in the water. And we were sneaking up on a school of Mack tuna, which can be pretty touchy to get onto when it's really glassed out, but with that smooth gear shift and very quiet at idle, we could just sneak in close on them fish, allowing you to get a cast on them. Oh, boil. Oh, there's one! Woohoo! Hang on, oh, shit. A whale jumped next to us and tried all these ripples.
Where did it jump?
Dude.
Oh, God.
Oh, what did you do? How much oil you left?
Not much.
It's got the features coming through in the new technology that we've got. You've got overheat warnings with rev limiting protection and so on, engine management systems that basically go into a limp type mode or protection type mode if something was to go wrong. One of the great features though that Yamaha have is a water and fuel warning. Basically it's got a little sensor inside the engine that detects when water gets into the fuel system and flashes a water and fuel warning, detecting it before it gets to critical parts, before damage has been done. So the great part of that is that you're not going to become unreliable. So if you are in close to rocks or crossing a bar or something like that, you're not about to attempt a dangerous manoeuvre with knowing that in a couple of minutes your engine's going to stop as a result of water in your fuel. So. And with some basic technical knowledge, you can drain that water out of your fuel system, drain the filters and keep that engine running. So it's a long way to be towed home just for your technician to tell you that you had water in the fuel.
As a guide, first of all, we need reliability and fuel economy. That's probably the two most important things we look for, and after that we need quietness, and this new 175 certainly ticks all the boxes on those fronts.
We've got such a big commercial customer base, and everyone's using 4-strokes these days, and every dollar they save is a dollar profit. So I'm sure you could appreciate that as well.
When I first started guiding, I bought a 4-stroke outboard. It was about $3,000 dearer than a 2-stroke of the same horsepower. Now, in that first 12 months of operating that outboard, I'm pretty sure I saved around $3,000 in fuel costs alone.
it's definitely not the margin these days in the outlay of the outboards. They're becoming a lot closer in comparison to two-stroke costs. The four-stroke engines have proven themselves to be so reliable that they're outlasting two-strokes by 2 and 3 times in a lot of cases. You can go fishing with any engine, but you've got to have a reliable engine to be able to get you home. Your daily running costs, like today, I don't know, we've probably run 150 Ks and be lucky to cost us sort of $60 or $70. So the real big thing for this engine is its fuel economy, the range that it's got and the offshore boats that it's likely to fit. The fisherman's going to get extra benefits. The range in this boat, for example, we've got a 190 litre fuel tank in this cruise craft. That gives you, about 400 kilometres or a bit shy of 400 kilometres range. So I don't think in a day's fishing you're going to be doing too much more than that. 2 kilometres per litre on a planing speed of about 3,500 to 4,000 RPM, which is generally where you're going to get your best of fuel economy out of a four-stroke outboard. With the gauges and the different technology that we've got to be able to monitor the engine fuel burn, it is really handy because the fisherman's got a real-time glance at how much fuel the engine's actually burning at any given time. You can monitor and adjust your speed accordingly to give yourself that range if you're going to go that extra 50 Ks to find some fish or whatever. And you've got the fuel on board to be able to do it, then it's peace of mind knowing that you're going to be able to get home.